out here shopping online.
No,
I bought some shit online. It's terrible.
Bought that Supreme cardigan shit weak as fuck.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I had a cardigan for real.
Bro, I just told this nigga that, bro, since like Black Label, bro.
A cardigan is a great article of clothing. And it's that's just what's live right now. It's like, cardigans.
If I go to the library, I'm gonna wear a cardigan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For fucking what? You should wear a cardigan if you with the hoes. You gotta wear a cardigan then. With the hoes. Don't waste it at the library. At the library, you can wear anything.
Yo, these days, bro, I really just get all my fucking clothes off Fashion Nova. I'm either wearing Fashion Nova or Off World.
This what you got on Fashion Nova right now?
Matter of fact, yeah. Everything on me is Fashion Nova other than my shoes. This is the Fashion Nova hoodie, too. I just threw the Off World logo on it.
That's not a bad hoodie.
That's not a bad hoodie.
It's a great hoodie.
It's not a bad hoodie.
Great compared to the
Fashion Nova hoodie? What kind of hoodie is that?
That's a different brand. But we hijacked it. It's an Off-World now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's a Gildan? That's a good Gildan. That look heavy.
Nah, Gildan's came a long way, too.
That shit do look good.
Yeah, I ain't wearing no Fashion Nova, though. I can't do that.
For real?
I ain't
Why?
mad. But that's not a bad hoodie, though.
What's up with what's your beef with Fashion Nova?
I just don't fuck with it, man. I'm just
It's probably just what they used to represent back in the day. Just
Wait, I'm not here. What they represent?
Not like
I don't know what they
just
represent.
like like it was just an influencer brand, but now that shit it's different now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's
they
cool.
turned it up.
It's all right. Like for
it's
girls
like an
and shit.
internet H&M.
My clothes just gotta. I spent some paper. You know what I'm saying? I spent a little couple dollars on some shit.
You know, now it's like the whole like the fast fashion, whereas like you want to always have new clothes, so they made it cheaper, but it's like not as good quality.
Yeah,
and then they say it's like slaves making it, like children like in China making these shits. Like
it'd be like that, but I don't really. I don't do too much fast fashion shit. It'd be like I'll be buying little pieces.
I ain't tripping
and shit.
on that. And they got slaves making Nike. Goddamn.
Yeah, slaves make Nike. Slaves make everything. So I can't really look at that. I'm not too much of a humanitarian, for lack of a better term. But I just don't like them clothes. I just like to look I like to look expensive.
Yeah.
I like for girls to look expensive. I feel it. I like it that way.
Yeah, I think in China it was like I just seen a little documentary earlier. It's like a work culture. I think it's called 9 to 9.
Yeah.
Or 9 to 8 or something like that. But they basically work like I want to say like 6 or 7 days a week, like 16 hours a day. Yeah, like that's their whole life. They live there.
Yeah.
Then you heard the stories of people like they had to put nettings around the buildings because people were committing suicide. Yeah, from overworked.
Like, that is crazy and shit. I ain't gonna lie, that is some wild shit when you think about it.
You know, we live in America. Like we want shit to be affordable. We want this and that. But like I don't know. I think the future of this shit is manufacturing coming back to America too.
Yeah, for sure. I believe that. I believe that.
It's a little cheaper.
I think the biggest fucking manufacturing place is like the new Tesla thing they built in Texas. It might be like the biggest in the world. So that's kind of like a good first step. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for sliding, man.
For sure. You already, man.
It was good. We were just listening to the album.
All right, what? Best After Percy?
Best After Percy.
Did you fuck with it?
Oh yeah, I was fucking with that. Low life shit is crazy.
Yeah. That's the
Bro
one.
told me to ask you the first question. Did you really sell crack when you was 13?
I was selling crack when I was 13.
I'll ask him about it.
I was wild.
13 for sure.
I was wilding, man. You know what I'm saying? We was living out the beach and shit. I had an older homie that kind of put me on and shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Nah, the video was crazy too. Who shot the video?
It was Oscar, Dunman, and Sergio. You know what I'm saying? Dunman was like director and shit. Oscar and Sergio was kind of on the camera and shit.
Sergio is like that. Like, did he do what's the name movie?
He do short films. He do all type of shit.
What's bro name? Ty? Not Ty. He shot it in Slow Dive. He shot a scene. I forgot bro name now.
I'm not sure. Sergio,
he like a skinny dude.
Shit,
he like kind of like
he like Filipino. And
yeah,
shit.
Yep.
He cool as fuck.
I be watching the movies from right. You ever watch the hood movies and shit?
Hood movies?
Yeah, like the shits, like the ones that they make out here, and then like in Detroit a lot and shit.
I've been in one. I haven't seen many of them.
Did you see the one you was in?
I don't know if it came out. I don't think Bros.
But you was in Zero shit?
No, I don't think Bros came out. No, I was in this joint Daddy Shot a few years back. String. I don't know if y'all remember that one.
I ain't never see that one.
This was like probably 4 or 5 years ago.
He a rapper. I can't remember his name, but I think he from this side. He made some movies. They terrible though.
Yeah. It's like Tubi.
Hey,
you ever seen like the
they
Tubi
on Tubi,
memes? It'd be like the worst shits. They're like
and his movie is like the worst of that. But I love Tubi though. I look at a lot of Tubi. I get a lot of shit for it.
The worst movie award on Tubi. They gotta make that award.
His shit is up there. But the shit that's up there that's good It's good shit though. You should watch some shit. I can give you a list of that motherfucker. I love some TV.
Nah, we got people out here
The
doing
ones from out here. What is his name, bro?
out in Newport News.
Yeah, they had a release party one time at Cinema Cafe.
Oh,
You talking about? That's who you talk. No, that's the movie I was in. I think you talking about it was a fucking downtown shot in downtown Newport News. You talking about Pella?
Show Flacco.
Show Flacco.
That's his name. He's a
No.
rapper.
I know who you talking about, but that's a different one.
Yeah. Show
But yeah.
Flacco. He had 2 movies. They trashed. They're terrible.
This nigga's
They're terrible.
crazy.
And they're like
They
half,
tried it though. Like we
They're
stepping
like
in
half
different.
musicals. It's like half movie. Then they start breaking
Nah,
out
I
into
can't watch no
videos.
fucking musical.
It's not a musical because it's rap videos. It's like stuff happens and then it's the video, and then it's like the movie again. And it don't sound so bad when I say it out loud, but in execution and stuff, it was terrible.
Yeah, it's about the execution. Like I'm kind of interested in that too. Maybe you
should
guys
watch
touch
it.
on
We
that,
should-
like stuff that y'all want to do outside of music, outside of us. What you do. I want to get into short films one day too. I think it's all about the storyline though.
Yeah,
the execution,
So
how
a
you
lot of
shoot all that
writing
shit too.
probably,
But
like, to think about and shit like that. Well, I would like to do it, but I don't like to do stuff that I'm not like ready to do. It would take me a long time to be ready to do that shit, but I would try it.
yeah,
'Cause I
same,
fucks
same.
with it.
What about you? You got any you want to do stuff outside of music eventually?
I fuck with the clothes, so I would do clothes and shit, and then I'd be into the computers and tech and shit. I like that shit. One day I want to build like a dope ass website. Don't ask me what it is because I don't know, but just something fire, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Website.
You got the brand Sink or Swim.
Yeah,
I
for
don't know if you
sure.
know, maybe we can kind of start there, like how that started.
Shit, I started Sink or Swim. It was just an idea, you know what I'm saying? So when I came home, I just it kind of coincided with the whole fish brand, you know what I'm saying? So like I just started pushing it as like kind of like the clothes and the label and shit, you know what I'm saying, as a collective, and just started making the shirts and just went from there, you know what I'm saying? Like now that shit, we make a bunch of shit. Like I got a bunch of shit I'm about to drop tomorrow and shit at Made in Norfolk and shit, a little pop up.
I seen that.
You know what I'm saying? So
How you go about with the drops? Like do you have a formula of like I'm gonna drop this month? Like you think about it from like when the year starts, or you just kind of just winging it?
Nah, I'll be winging it. Like I haven't dropped merch in a while. I think the last thing I dropped was like the ski masks and shit, like peak pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So like usually I try to keep my shit around, like, cause it really started as merch, like for like the albums and shit. So like I'll goddamn drop like when I'm dropping a project, and I'll just release a bunch of shit that coincides with the project, or you know what I'm saying, that'll just help push the project. Cause it got to one point where like people were seeing the brand, they might not even heard the music, but they'll see like the fish or see like the Sink or Swim and be like, I've seen that on somebody, or like they'll know it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they'll just know the brand before they really know who I am and shit. Like I had somebody tell me like, yo, I seen your chain logo before I seen you know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean? Like the shit just really helped with branding, you know what I mean? Get the word out about me, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I think that fucking beanie is like a staple of yours.
Sure. A lot of people got that fucking beanie.
Yeah.
A lot of people got that beanie.
Yeah, I think I just I found out about you, bro. I've been following you for like a few years. I feel like Glass used to post you.
Yeah,
like back in
Glass.
the day, like 4 or 5 years ago, and I just probably got hit like that. Like,
Yeah, Glass, when I first came home, Glass was definitely one of the people that was like, you know what I'm saying, I was pushing my shit through, you know what I'm saying, the platform.
yeah. Oh, so you were locked up?
Yeah, I was locked up. I was locked up for I got locked up a couple different times, but the last time I was locked up for like 3.5 years, and then I came home, and that's when this whole FISHSKALE shit started. Like I came home with the idea for the brand and how I wanted to push it and how I wanted everything to look, you know what I'm saying? So like we just came home and ran with it, you know what I'm saying? I linked up with Rodney. I known him forever, you know what I'm saying? But when I came home on the rap shit, he had the Traptastic shit, the whole shit like going. So, you know what I'm saying? I just got involved with that, and the rest was, you know what I'm saying?
What year did you get out? And is this what you was like? You were thinking about this, and there, like when I get home, you had like plans and shit.
I got out 2017. You know what I'm saying? So when I came home, like I knew what I wanted the shit to be and what I didn't want it to be. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be like a nigga, like, you know, when niggas come home, they got like, they just do the jail nigga raps. I ain't wanted to be that. I wanted to be like cool, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted that shit to come off like cool and visually, aesthetically and shit like that. So like I just had to plan, and I just had to find the right people, you know what I'm saying, to execute everything how I wanted it to be.
Yeah, so you touched on you knew bro for a while. I don't know if you want to maybe kind of just tell us fucking how you guys met, how Traptastic started, like.
The fucking clubs, nigga.
Because I've been hearing about Traptastic. Like y'all from Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
So really, bro, we gotta shout to Glass because Glass really got me hip to a lot of people just scrolling through by it on Instagram. Like,
yeah, I knew him from the club and from like we first met at like rap battles.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
forgot.
We used to be at rap battles. Cause my homeboy Malk, he do the Headhunters joints. If you ever heard of that,
Yeah, shout out to.
I'm not sure, but I know that Eric Hardaway does.
Yeah, he do.
now.
Yeah, Era do the new ones, but Malk was doing this joint for like over 10 years now.
You talking about Malk Fisher?
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen
Malk
him on
Fisher been doing
Instagram.
this for like 10 years plus. You know what I'm saying? So we met back in the day at that shit, and we was both from the beach. A lot of people in there was mostly from Norfolk and shit. Cause Malk was from Norfolk, and but yeah, we met then. And we used to be in the club. A lot of them battle rap dudes wasn't like in the club and shit for real. They was kind of like, I ain't gonna talk about them, but they some different type of niggas. But we used to be at the club, you know what I'm saying, and we used to be outside and we would hang out, and then eventually this nigga was getting locked up, and so he went to jail. But the whole time, you know what I'm saying, most of the time that he was in jail, we was goddamn, I was outside just doing what I do, you know what I'm saying, and then but the trap shit came from other shit. So we came along, we do what we do with the shit, and then by the time he got out, you know what I'm saying, I was booming and it was my dog, so we just was, you know what I'm saying, working with what we was working with the whole time.
What was your mind state like just trying to build a brand in those years? Like, because I feel like you was early. You was one of the early ones that's really was just building the brand in a serious way where people were actually tuning in and coming out to the events. Like, I don't know, what was your mind state on those times when you started building it to kind of just how shit is now?
Yeah, like, so it really started for me because I was like traveling. We was going out of town and shit and just experiencing like partying in other places and what it, you know what I'm saying, what it looked like. And a lot of people here have never even seen, you know what I'm saying, what some fun shit look like the other side of anything, or like, you know what I'm saying, like if they go to a place, they stay on one side of that place, like, you know what I'm saying, all the ratchet people go to the ratchet part. They don't never visit the art part or the hipster part, you know what I'm saying, but I explore everywhere I go. So I came home and brought all that different shit with me, but at the same time too, it was that I wanted to have a party and play different music, because like all these DJs play the same thing. You can go to like any place, any club, a club over here, a club over there, they're gonna play the same music, you know what I'm saying, no matter who the DJ is. It's just like, I don't know why they program like that. The radio do it too. Like, everybody plays the same music. I don't know why everybody plays the same music, but...
And they be playing music that's like 10, 15 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, niggas will still play Wipe Me Down. You're walking that bitch right now.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like I was super duper just like crusading against playing the same music. Like, I would give the DJ a long list of what I wanted to hear. I had like homies that rap and shit, and people wasn't really coming to the shows. But I was already throwing parties before I threw these parties. So I'd use my background in like throwing parties and people gathering to like have shows for my homies and have people coming out. You know what I'm saying? It was like A Driver, Crazy, Masego, Intellect, a lot of people, you know, from our side. So we was having like shows and shit, and they was selling out. And then I switched up and started doing my thing with the music and shit. Not me myself, but you know, with my musical people, and then like with my DJs and stuff, and then that's how we started booming. But it was jumping off the rip because we was already super lit regardless. But we just put a new name on it.
Yeah, when you were throwing the parties, was it in your mind like, okay, I'm gonna use these gatherings to actually try to break like local artists, or was it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, cause nobody else had that vision, and nobody else tried it, and nobody else really connected with the masses like I do. You know what I'm saying? I knew a lot of people. I've been like pretty popular or whatever for a long time, like my whole life. So
I pretty popular like my whole life.
Popular shit.
I'm saying,
You know,
that nigga don't never popular
voted,
shit, so
most
I'm
popular
enjoying this shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, cause I was working at a popping place, and I was always in the club, and
Where
I was
were you working?
always this skate shop called Soul Brother.
Okay, like
It was like the biggest
skateboarding
skate shop like in Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, they sold like all the Nike SB shit back in the day, so everybody used to come there to get everything, because that's the only place really, well, not the only place, but one of the best places to get it. And it was like the center of Norfolk, like everybody was in there.
Did y'all used to skate?
A little bit, not
Yeah,
really. I was
bit.
never good
I
at
was
it.
super nice. I always been in skate culture though. Like,
Yeah, I always been in it, but I was never good at it. I really can't call myself a skateboarder. I was more of a BMX guy. But I got in there off of like business shit, and I ran a skate team. So I had like a lot of kids around me, grown people, everybody. It was just like I was like, you know what I mean, just around people. And like I said, I was just really, I knew a bunch of people, and people knew I was partying, and they knew I was having fun, and they knew, you know, to come fuck with me. Everybody always hit me like, where we at this weekend? You know what I mean? So I started getting them where to go.
I always compare like skate culture to like hip hop for some reason. Like it was, I don't know, like to me, like skating was like, I used to skate back in the day. It was a couple things, like it was really like one of the first things that like I did with a group of friends, and it was like just something we all connected on and did together, and I feel like skateboarders always kind of like, it's kind of similar to rappers too, like you kind of like outcast society a little bit, like well now rap is like mainstream, but still though, like you like saying like fuck society, you doing your own thing, making your own rules, like I don't know.
For sure.
Yeah, is that kind of like what y'all
you get with your crew and you try to come up. It's the same
you
shit.
Thing with your
like,
people,
you know
and you know what I'm saying? Keep it tight. But it was, it's basically that. You know what I'm saying? I found, you find a way to do your thing with the homies and try to put everybody on as best as you can. You know what I mean? So that's what we did.
So you say you got out, you didn't want to do the jail rap.
Yeah, I ain't want to be like, man, everybody knows niggas I'm talking about. Like, niggas that come home and they just be super jailed. They super...
Rapping like they still in there?
Yeah,
super guerrilla music. Like, I really beat your ass.
Ciphers and shit. I ain't want to fucking do all of that shit, man. I wanted to come home and I wanted my shit to just be cool as fuck. Like, I was in there, like, you know what I mean? We get the magazines late as a bitch, so I'm just kind of, like, seeing what's going on and see how, like, I can make... when I'm thinking, like, fit into what's going on. Because you always got to have, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to do your own thing, but it's got to have some relevancy to what's
like
going
pop
on.
culture, like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can be all the way over there, but that shit rarely works. You know what I'm saying? It does, but it doesn't. Like,
so you're looking at magazines. Now they got, like, iPads in there, too. They got
iPads and all type of shit. I had, like, a little MP3 thing. But they wasn't getting movies and all that. I just used to get a bunch of music, you know what I'm saying? They had my emails up
there.
and
Headphones or it's like out loud?
Nah, you gotta put in headphones, but like niggas rigged them so you could like play it off the TV and shit.
Bro, I had a whole convo with that. Y'all know Twan Gotti?
I know of him. I don't know him.
Bro, I had a convo with him. He's locked up.
Yeah, I
we literally had a virtual convo on Instagram.
That's crazy.
Like from while he's locked up, like you would think like how is that even possible? But like,
I got a couple homies right now that got fucking iPhone.
TWAIN Gotti. Now the funny shit with his, like we did, he just joined my live randomly. I've told the story up here before, but I didn't know who he was at the time, and he was just being mad cool about it and like getting me hit on live, and it's on the page, but it's like a funny conversation. Yeah, I was like, where you at? He said, bro, I'm in he's showing the cellar. I'm like, bro, you in jail right now?
Yo, that shit be real. Them niggas, some of them niggas live better than niggas I know on the streets.
Yo,
like,
I just got hip to this recently. I'm watching a documentary. It's like,
oh my God, he got 10 kids?
Does he? I don't know how many kids he has.
Where you see that?
How do you get that information?
I just went to his Instagram and it's just a picture of hella kids.
Man, that might be his nieces and nephews.
Hey, yo.
Shit, man.
Yo, shout out Twan, man.
Yeah, shout out Twan, man.
You got 10 kids, you the man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Twan, man.
I got 10 kids. I'm in the dirt, Jack.
Wait, what were you just saying?
Nah, but yeah, what was I talking about?
I was about to say something. But yeah, like you talking about you say you like technology and shit too.
Yeah, I fuck with technology and shit. I had lived in Sac for a minute, you know what I'm saying? My shorty, she was working in like
You said where?
In Sacramento,
oh, okay,
Sac and shit. And my shorty, she was working in the Bay and like with all the tech shit, so I just kind of had got into it, like, you know what I mean, like watching what she was doing, watch how much money they make and shit like that. So it's just like, man, that shit. And then like that shit run everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and when you think of it, it be looking like so hard until you really like fucking like start fucking with it. It's not impossible, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy, but that shit ain't impossible.
What does she do in the tech field?
She's a recruiter, you know what I'm saying? But like she work with like everybody and shit. It just opened my eyes to what, you know what I mean, the possibilities and shit.
Yeah, they say Apple's supposed to drop their AR glasses this year, and that's supposed to be the next wave. Like nobody, like in 10 years, nobody will have phones. We'll have like glasses, or maybe the Neuralink shit.
That
like,
shit's gonna be fire. Though. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm just thinking like, what kind of? I don't know. I don't want to be walking around with some fucking shades on all the time.
But they look regular though.
But yeah, like
transitional lenses.
They might got like some fucking. They probably gonna have some ear shit. So it'll be like a hologram come across your face, some sweet shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this to me too. Also, it's like I like the advancement of technology and shit because it almost makes you feel like a kid forever.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I feel like back in the day when it wasn't really tech like that, you kind of just you get older, the world kind of just stays the same, or like everything that exists already existed. But now it's just like you can always have this like sense of wonder, and like
technology allows you not to be stuck. A lot of people like when our parents or grandparents or whatever, they used to just be like, if this was your life, you a factory worker, when you go home, all you got is the factory and the motherfuckers you work with at the factory or around you, you know what I'm saying? So like with the internet, it allow you to come home and fucking just open your mind to whatever you want to watch, nonsense, whether to look up, you know what I'm saying? Like I know mad niggas be watching the niggas that be building them houses in the muds and building pools and
with
shit.
no tools.
Man, that shit be crazy. Like I be watching random shit.
They build like villas with like swimming pools and shit. You said it's fake?
Why you get that? Why you say it's fake?
It's a whole time lapse of it. They you can see him do it.
It's fake. That shit's fake.
Are you being serious? You joking?
Nah, you can like sometimes you can see like excavator marks and shit. You know, like a fucking like a machine. I seen videos about it. I seen videos about it, and I work with that stuff, so I know what I'm looking at on the ground.
I feel like the ones I've seen, you can see like a literal time lapse of every single.
No, you see the time lapse.
Like
you see the time lapse, but you can just as easily, like once they say you're looking at it from this angle, and then they dig out the top, right, and then when it's like just deep enough that you don't see right here anymore, they dig that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And then they just go back to them being in a hole and fucking. And then like, you know what I'm saying? Then it looks like they ran water from the fucking hill down into the, it's like all bullshit. It's
like
whole
time, like right next to those woods, just like a big ass city.
Yeah, it's not even like woods, or it's just, or they have a bulldozer and shit. There's just other things there. You know what I'm saying?
I'ma still
and then you
like
can chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Just like
motherfucker.
it's like claymation. You ever see like, you have like a, like South Park and shit, like they move the paper and it's like, the mouth move, it's like that.
Nah, them niggas built that shit, bro.
Nah, you need to grow the fuck up.
I wish you do. I feel like they did.
Motherfuckers is not
it might be some fakers out
if
there,
that's
but
the case,
some real guys.
then fucking back in the day, everybody would have had fucking pools and
they might have did. They might have did.
Bro, they niggas might. How you know them niggas ain't had no pools?
Or they might not have the right ground for that.
They ain't had a fucking resources
pools with fucking
to make
blue
this
water
shit,
in the middle of the woods.
They mix some colors.
It's not real. I ain't mean to come up here, you know what I'm saying, and pop the bubble. It's not real.
I watch all type of random shit on TikTok, bro. I just be bored.
Yeah, it's fake.
What role does social media play in you guys' just fucking career and what you're trying to build right now?
Shit, that shit is everything.
For sure.
It's like, it's how you market shit. It's how you connect with the people. It's how you connect with the world. You know what I'm saying? It's like my stores on the internet. My stores on social media. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a brick and mortar. I have a, you know what I mean, online shop. That's where my shit gets sold at. That's where my tickets get sold at. That's where people tell me if they like something. That's what people tell me. I'm a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they want to say.
Do you want to have a brick
and mortar store? The whole world
is
is connected. Huh?
Do you want to have like a brick and mortar store?
Not at the point where I'm at. Maybe if I had a lot more capital or something like that, and I wouldn't have to, if I could focus on that all day, I would do it. You know what I'm saying? But I got to do other stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of different pots on the stove.
I think it's nice to have one too, bro. Like okay, like for example, after this we going to Pit Stop for Zero's party. Yeah. Like just having a location, like I was telling y'all before this, we want to have a space too. Like, yeah, it gives you more space to do more ideas, but then it's like I want to have a spot where people could just come to. Yeah. Like you can't just like I'm almost like I want to have a spot, right? And then we have a lobby. And then you could just come there anytime. Whoever you are. You don't even got to call in, check in. You just pull out, and then you might run into somebody there. You might make a connection. You might, it might lead to something.
That's how I be kind of like, you know, like at Pit Stop. I be at Pit Stop a lot. And Made in Norfolk, I be like in there a lot too. So, I mean, I get the fun of having it and why it's good, but yeah.
It just costs money and it's...
Yeah, it costs a lot, and it's
responsibility.
It's not my focus. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple different focuses. But if that was all I was working on, then I would probably be pushing more for a store.
Yeah, no, it's good for the spaces we got though, cause we definitely need more of that for niggas interacting and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because over there they coming though, like you know, what I'm saying? Like
for
we
sure.
said, the pit stop Made in Norfolk, but it's even more like Heat Clothing.
Where's
That's
Made
the
in Norfolk?
homies.
I don't know if I've been to that one.
Made in Norfolk is it used to be a Military Circle Mall, but now it's like
Right around
near
the
the
corner.
Broadway nightclub.
Yeah, I know about Pit Stop. I know about Blue Bean.
Yeah, Blue
With
Bean.
Blue
Fire.
Bean.
I've been there.
There's one.
And then bro got one too. What's Brad's joint called? Right next to Pit Stop. Well, I think he just his might be more just like a merch
joint,
shop.
whatever it is. Yeah. I can't remember what it's called, but it's next door. It's next door.
So I guess y'all both were just born and raised on the beach.
I was born in New York, but I've been in the beach my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Jersey, but I came down here in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I pretty much grew up here.
You still got family in New York? Like you go back and forth?
Yeah, all
back
my
there?
family's in New York except for like my mom and my sister. You know what I'm saying? So I go back to New York all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I love New York. It's far. I would never live there, but I love it though.
That's what I say too about big cities. Like I
That
like to go
shit
visit
is
for a little bit. I'll come back. Like people sleep on our area, bro. But as far as like to live somewhere, it's a good area to live.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I fuck with it.
It's
yeah,
a
I
good.
fuck
It's a
with it.
good place to raise kids and, shit. If you just want to do the family
if
thing.
you know what I'm saying, you can find something nice for good money and shit. And like,
We got a casino now. Y'all been to
fuck that
Rivers?
casino.
Crazy. Yeah, of course we've been to the fucking.
I've been
casino.
to casinos before this though. I've been to Vegas,
Definitely.
Atlantic City, all that shit.
Bro, I got a song. A release song. I said I had a line in it. I said that shit just opened up. They're already fighting at Rivers. Or some shit. I was like, yo, that shit.
So you be rapping?
Oh yeah, I got a new album dropping actually on 420.
That's crazy. I didn't even
I
know
didn't
you
know
made
you rap.
music.
I play out some shit after this if you want to hear.
Head bullshit. It's like, no, I'm playing.
Nah, I was making. You said what?
I listen to-
But nah, I was gonna say too on the I seen Young Money yawn in Rivers.
Oh, for real?
First time I
Yeah,
went, I've been
no.
twice. I'm in there, I walk in, he playing at the table. Shit was funny. I feel like all the trappers was in there.
Everybody's in there. Crazy's in there nonstop. Fucking who else?
Everybody. in that
everyone.
motherfucker.
Everyone
Everybody.
who's somebody. Like
We
after
went there after trap. That shit was
Yeah,
going
we had a party
fucking
one night.
Crazy.
We had a show a couple weeks back. The whole show went to the casino. Bitch was
Which show you talking
jumping.
about?
We had Young Crazy 10-year anniversary of like Get Dumb and shit, of like his rapping. So we had that show. It was crazy. Wild Boy, Reek Fisher, Kyrie 3600. Who else? I think that's it.
Fatty rapped up there
Fatty.
too.
Yeah. So that shit was lit. And then it was a sold out joint. It's good, like 300 people type shit. We went, so we left that. Everybody went to the casino. Not everybody per se, but everybody went to the casino. And that bitch was jumping.
It was a line at that shit at like 3 in the morning.
cut the
That's how it
line.
was when I.
He tried to
yeah.
fight an old ass man.
Man,
It's
I
the middle of the
won't
night.
fight the old
You was about
man.
to be, come on, you got to be on
Listen,
video.
He was about to be on
Nah,
video.
nah,
When
this
he
I
was on
mean, he's
video.
like, y'all want to put a casino in Portsmouth.
Man,
He
listen.
said, nah, ain't nothing happened.
We
Ain't nothing
cut
happened.
the line, right? I
Yeah.
did OD.
It
I
was
went to
wild.
like the
so
door.
At first he just walked in the door.
Yeah.
Like on some like
I was wild.
Right
I
after
was
security?
drunk.
he
though.
drunk as a bitch, huh?
To the security?
Yeah, like right up to the security.
I was
Just walked
in the
right
door.
in.
But nah, I didn't go to the door. I went to like the second person to the door, and the old dude, he
Yeah, so then we
chilled.
cut
He
the
didn't
whole
say
line.
nothing. He was just like, he just chilled. He just act like it was nothing. Soon as he gets to like where they letting us in, he said, "Hey,
He turned around.
this man cut me."
He turned around. He said, this guy, and this guy, they cut everybody in line. Don't let him in.
Like, what the fuck?
I said, I'll be damned. He snitched.
Bitch ass.
Nah,
Nobody
like,
else said
yeah.
nothing. Nobody else gave a fuck, but he wasn't having that shit.
And it was crazy because it was right on the back of this nigga trying to sneak in anyway. So it's the same security guard that had to let us in the regular door. And he was like, I do remember that motherfucker type shit.
It was cool.
It was
though.
trash. So
We
just
only
made it
went
up
like
and never
10
went in
people
again.
back and then got right back in. This shit was fucking dumb. They might as well just let me in.
It's wild times.
That shit was fun as fuck, though. I was real.
Yeah, they figuring it out. From what I see, they were like understaffed. Like it's the first time thing in this area, so yeah, they figuring it out.
There's
Like,
never been nothing like that out here.
It might not. Well, I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna never be one again because it's gonna be one in Norfolk too.
Yeah.
That's just a scam though.
The
man.
Norfolk
they
shit's gonna be crazy.
They trying to get all the clubs out the way. And
I haven't heard that. So they're building
take
another
over.
one.
Yeah, they're building one on Granby.
Yeah, where it used to be like Tower with a Park at.
Wait, what do you mean they're trying to get the clubs out?
You see, like they got rid of all the clubs and shit in Norfolk, and then like they trying to like in bigger cities where they got casinos and shit. Like it ain't really shit outside the casino. It's like the casino and everything runs through the casino, like the clubs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want everything is like corporate.
I was telling bro that like I think at the fucking maybe the MGM too, like all the casinos I went to, like Dover's Downs, it'd be like in the city, but it's nothing else around it.
Yeah.
It's like you have to go there. There's nothing.
It's
else
like
to do.
they black out the city for them shits. It's like all you see. All you see is them lights. Everything else is closed at 8, and fucking you gonna be at the, you know what I'm saying? You'll be at the casino.
So that you think that's actually part of the reason that Norfolk's been cracking down on like the nightlife?
100%
most sense.
Really?
Right.
I haven't heard that.
all they want is restaurants, unless it's corporate. Like so, if it's corporate, then you got enough money. You pay the city a bunch of money. The city's eating, but like they just not fucking with like little guys no more for real. In Norfolk, at least. But in the beach, shit is swinging still. You know what I mean? And in Portsmouth, it's still going too. But in Portsmouth, they didn't have shit until recently. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think you could never stop it in the beach, and in Portsmouth.
Yeah, you
it's
can't
just
stop it in the
whatever.
beach because the beach is set up different because the beach is already like resort town. So
That's
they
not,
letting
like,
that
main
shit
tourist
ride.
attraction, like.
Yeah, and in Norfolk, it was booming. Like Norfolk was on top for a couple of years, and then they just knocked them all the way off. Ain't shit out there no more, except like what's that overnight shit? Not Shakespeare's. That's the old overnight shit.
Oh, fucking
Portsmouth got a strip club on lock, though.
Squires.
You said Portsmouth got a strip club?
I want to say it's the Portsmouth, right? Y'all got like 5
Yeah, because like
headlights out
downtown,
there.
it's like blocks. It's like a whole blocks and blocks of strip
And
clubs.
they showing titty out there, like at Newport News. They're not doing that.
They not
getting
showing
naked out here.
titties. I don't
Yeah,
think
they
they can-
are. Across the water,
Headlights Gold,
yeah.
Headlights Gold in Portsmouth. They show titties. You
They
can't
show
drink
titties?
where they show the titties though. You gotta.
Yeah,
gotta
that's
go to
right.
the other side
That's
and
right.
drink
It's
and
like the
shit.
pink.
That shit weak as fuck. Man.
You can't drink in the pink.
Man,
bro.
listen, in Atlanta they get ass naked, bro. What I'm talking about, that shit.
In
crazy.
Texas, they get ass naked, and you could bring your own bottles in. They just can't
Shit,
sell
that's
you
different.
liquor.
They can't.
But
What?
they can't sell you liquor because the girls are naked. But they charge you to bring bottles in, and they charge you $1 million for juice to go with your liquor. They don't let you bring like soda and
That's
shit.
funny.
That's good money.
So you can
But no,
have
I
just
can imagine
shots
people are
and
getting drunk as fucking there. Because if you're bringing your own bottle to the club, oh yeah, you getting
getting fucking
blacked out every
wasted.
time.
shit.
Yeah.
Lit.
wasted.
I had a great time in Dallas at the strip
See,
club.
them real
They
strip
butt
clubs
naked
are
just
super
walking
fun,
around in there.
man. Real super fun, man.
But then you got those weirdos though, like I don't know.
they'll get thrown out.
They get thrown out.
Yeah, they don't really
At the
like the
strip club?
problems you think that people are having. Plus, they want the weirdos because the weirdos are spending all their money. They're giving like their whole fucking.
Yeah, they giving
money.
it up. They got a plan in place for the weirdos.
Yeah.
Just turn down a little bit. The mic. You good? Oh yeah, yep. My bad.
Like that?
No, like towards you though. Yeah,
This way?
Yeah, just down some.
That way?
There you go. Yes sir. Yes sir.
Ah.
But yeah, also I think strip clubs, they probably still using it. I feel like it was maybe more back in the day, but like using the strip club as a place to break music
Yeah,
type shit.
in
Yeah, in
Atlanta,
Atlanta they
for
do.
sure.
Is that where you keep your cigarettes? That fucking wooden box?
Yeah, I roll my own cigs.
You roll your own cigarettes.
Yeah.
So you've been smoking cigarettes this whole time. That wasn't weed.
I did smoke some weed too.
Oh,
You want to hit the joint?
not at all.
Okay.
I don't smoke. But this is a wooden box.
Wooden box
Let me
with
see
the
this
off-road
box.
sticker on the back.
Wooden cigarette
Well,
box.
that shit is kind of cool.
But yeah, they
Fucking
showing
Geppetto.
cities across the water, man. I
You
was
made
in
these cigarettes?
Yeah.
Even with the fucking
Yeah, it's like you get like a little machine. You buy the filters
this shit
and you
look like
kinda stuff it.
Newports.
Supposedly it's like
crazy.
better tobacco, better quality
that
tobacco.
nigga his cigarettes back,
I'm
man.
just trying to understand. That's
Nah, you
crazy.
good?
That's a lot of work.
No, I was gonna ask you too on the because at first I seen it just as the post before I watched the low life video, the story time shit in the back of the van.
Yeah.
Then I peeped that it was part of the video.
Yeah.
Is that something you're gonna continue the story time thing? And also whoever shot that's probably the same people.
Yeah, sir,
that
sir,
lighting
sir.
was crazy in the van.
Yeah.
Like they
Shout
they
out
did
to
Shout out
Tyrone,
to,
man.
that was Oscar on the light, and shout out to Tyrone. That was me talking to my nigga Tyrone retarded. I should have brought him. He funny as fuck.
Tyrone a beat.
He
on
would be too
anything.
crazy though. But, nah, yeah, like that's a good idea. I think I might start doing more story times with the videos. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This nigga stupid. But yeah, I might start doing more shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was cool and it got a good reaction. That was just some shit we shot while we were waiting to shoot that scene. Like one of the scenes we was in his van and shit. So like while we was talking, that's why it starts in like the middle of the conversation because he just turns it on while we talking. It was already lit up for the scene.
it wasn't like pre-planned.
Nah, it wasn't pre-planned. So like it was already lit up to shoot the scene. And we just in there talking. He just turns on the camera. He just gets all that shit. And the shit was fire. You know what I'm saying?
We had a
So-
good show that night too. That same night we had Primo Rice. You ever heard of Primo Rice?
I'm not. I don't think so.
You ever heard of Primo Rice? Primo Rice go hard.
He be hip to people that I'm not hip to.
You gotta listen to
You're
Primo,
touching on
man.
shows. You're touching the Crazo 10th anniversary, which he's literally like a fucking legend out here.
Yeah, for
like,
sure, dude.
Also, it's like, why is certain? I feel like our artists. That's a whole other thing too. Like, just hit a ceiling, bro. Like, if Crazy lived in Atlanta, he would have been bigger.
Yeah.
It's like, so is that just like, is that like the curse of our area? It's like, we got to figure out how to change that.
I mean, he's still going though. You know what I'm saying? I think just sometimes it just take a little longer. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think. I think he's still gonna get past it. You know what I'm saying? It's more about the area. It's just in them areas, it's more to offer, and it's more shit coming through there. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as resources and shit. So it's just a little easier for them. For us, you really got to get it out the mud. Like Crazy on them, they really was getting it out the mud. Like before them, I don't remember like niggas from here getting paid for shows or niggas from here like getting paid for features and shit like that. Like I said, when I came home and I seen Traptastic, I think the first Traptastic I seen, like Crazy was up there. Like it's like Crazy, Dosky and them. Like I never seen niggas rapping niggas words word for word. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing niggas rap Get Dumb and Lessons word for word. I never seen that shit. They spinning I'm a Dog and people was fucking with that shit. So like before them, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like,
it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that. There was no scene like that. That's why, like, you know, so I be telling him all the time, like, him and maybe like a couple other movements, like, kind of created like the scene out here because that wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? It was hard. Like, most musicians out here had like their family listening to them and friends and shit, but like to actually have people you don't know, like, hitting you up, like, you know what I'm saying, fucking with your music, that shit was non-existent out here, you know what I'm saying?
It's not a, I think the problem here is that it's not that many people. So our numbers never get that high. You know what I mean?
Not many consumers or
it's not that many
creating
rap consumers that want to consume local rap. But like, you know, if you're in Houston, there's millions of people there. You know what I'm saying? So you can get 1 million streams, you know what I'm saying, 1 million plays. It's not nobody really out here gonna get 1 million plays because that mean that the little couple 100,000 people that are here have to find it and watch it multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So it just don't work like that here. So we have to go outside of here to really get some numbers because all they look at is numbers and you know what I'm saying. But like he was saying, like with Crazy, I was Crazy manager for a long time, and I'm still like on his team and shit. But we went on tours. We did a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? We did a lot of traveling, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, shows up and down the East Coast, the South. He was on Rolling Loud, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of shit that he done that I don't even think people realize, you know what I mean? So, like, to come out of here and just do what he's done, what I've done with him, you know what I mean? It was big to me. I haven't really seen much of it. There's people now that get to like a kind of good level, but ain't nobody doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was getting $2,000 a feature, and he was getting a bunch of them every week. You know what I mean? He was making a killing. You know what I'm saying?
What's some things you feel like you learned just being with him, with Crazo, kind of on his rise from just local artists to breaking out the city doing
shit,
Rolling Loud, different
we
shit?
learned everything. I learned everything. You know what I'm saying? We taught each other a lot of shit. It was I don't even know, like anything you could think of, because we all had to learn it together. You know what I'm saying? We all wasn't ready for it. I mean, not ready for it, but we all was new to it. So, you know what I'm saying? He signed to a label, and then, so, you know what I'm saying, we going back and forth with a label. We got a budget. We shooting all these videos.
What label was it?
It was called D1. It was in Baltimore. It was based out of like Baltimore and DC. It was this dude at the top, this white dude, I can't remember his name, but there was another dude named Omar. He like ran it, and he was kind of in the industry and shit. And there was other people on the label like Band Hunter Izzy and Will the Rapper, this dude named Tate Cobain.
I've heard of Band Hunter Izzy.
Yeah, so they was all on that label too. It was good. Like they would book a lot of shows out there, and Crazy would be on a lot of shows out there. He would be like, you know, a lot of shows up there. But then we'd be like in New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Tennessee. We did all the colleges. We did like Virginia Homecoming.
I think I
Virginia
seen him perform at ODU.
Yeah, we did ODU Homecoming. We
I think I
did
seen him from there.
VCU Homecoming. It's like North Carolina something.
He's in the colleges heavy.
A&T, yeah, we was everywhere, dog. We was everywhere. Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, he was on tour, so he did like a 60-city tour with Ski Master Slump God. He did Rolling Loud. You did mad shit, you know what I'm saying, through the label. So
you was touching on also not that many consumers out here of like rap and shit. I feel like I'm always saying I never really thought about the actual just the smaller amount of numbers of consumers. I'm always thinking like there is consumers, but like we haven't figured out the right way to reach them yet. Like people aren't really primed to search for art in their area out here. They always want, like, they think it's cooler if it comes from somewhere else for some reason.
Because a lot of people here, like half the people here is like transplants or whatever, even like me and him.
What do
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like
we not from here.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, you know what I'm saying? Because the Navy and all that. So they not even connected here enough to look for what's here or even know what they're looking for.
Don't know
you
where
know
to
what I mean?
look,
Because
like,
they're not even connected to here. They're not plugged in. But aside from that, it's just, the radio doesn't back it, but the radio doesn't back stuff anywhere. But you would think that in a smaller city like we in, that the radio wouldn't really care so much because it's a small town radio anyway, but they don't play it like that. They still just try to play all numbers. Everybody's playing numbers, you know what I'm saying? So, and then everybody's fighting for like that little, the little Sunday night radio play, but
that shit weird.
We gotta get over the radio.
Well,
Shit.
goddamn,
We get on the radio though. People get on the radio. I mean, we fuck with the radio. I'm
That's
tapped into the
an
radio.
DJ be playing some
man.
people I want to say local people. You know,
I mean,
DJ
crazy. I could get crazy on the radio. I've done that a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then like through my connections to the radio, like I've gotten him on the radio, but it's only like we'll get a song played, but we never get in rotation. You know what I mean?
Also,
So it's like,
are people paying for promo? I mean, or for radio spins?
no, I don't think you can.
Like bigger artists on bigger stations and shit.
Well,
Is that like a
that's
business?
like the labels pay for the the labels like pay the radio. The labels do.
Okay.
That's a different though. That's like
That's something different. Yeah, that's like millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But like on a local level, you can like backdoor the rate, not backdoor it, but you can go there and then like there's these things you do where like you buy them lunch, all the radio DJs sit down with you,
Buy them lunch.
they play your music and they act like they like you
Court and
and
shit, the old school
you know what I mean?
shit. You gotta
Yeah.
come
That's
down.
respectable though, but it's like,
That shit's
hand
not
and foot.
respectable, but it's cool.
they want cheese. What's this shit called? The expensive shit, cheese. No, I'm tripping.
Charcuterie.
They want Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
It's
damn.
Yeah, you
the
gotta
old days,
cater
'cause
it.
Back in the day, you used
gotta
to
get
have
them
to
niggas some
court them,
macaroni
but
and some
now,
salmon.
This is why they got outdated in the internet. It changed in the internet because you used to have to court them back in the day, but now they kind of got to fuck with us because it's like, nigga, I'm the one that everybody want to come see. I'm the nigga that niggas is listening to. It's like, yeah, you got the radio, but it's like I done already did all this without the radio.
I mean, without the music, what's
You know
the
what I'm
radio?
saying?
There's no.
But back in the day, you used to have to court them. Now people don't really have to. You don't really do that because it's a bunch of super successful artists that you'll never ever hear on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
Like,
Yeah.
So you really just you try to go for that lane for real.
yeah,
Just really try to just like if you want to make the paper, you can make some paper probably. It's kind of hard, but like Crazy for sure cracked like a new level of shit out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
And then like we broke a lot of records. You know what I'm saying? I did like through the club and through like big concerts and stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? So we was
What's the biggest show you think you put together as Traptastic, like a Traptastic show?
shit that Drum Christmas show probably.
The recent
shit
show, I was
was
gonna ask about that
fire.
too. How was that?
Yeah, that shit was bananas. That's
fire,
probably the
man.
biggest. I've been a part of some big shows. Like we did a like a Migos concert one time with these people at ODU, and that shit sold out. That arena, that shit was like 10 bands, like 10,000 people in there. I had my son on stage with me and
At
shit.
ODU?
Yeah.
What arena-
This
what
is like
arena is out there?
2018. The Ted Constant Center.
Okay.
Yeah. But the biggest show that I had like on my own was probably the Drum Christmas show that I could think of. Well, there's been other shows because I had a show with more people in it than that Drum show, but the Drum show is was the most recent big ass one. That's the biggest one that we've had in some years.
Drums back outside.
Yeah,
From what
you
I
back
see,
outside
I was
for
not
sure.
definitely ask about that. You like a bakery boy? To me, before I even knew, I don't know if this was. Let me know if this is from my outside looking in or if this was like planned, but. Was it before Bakery Boys was announced? Bakery the Weed was announced.
No, the weed was out for a long time.
The weed was out first.
That's what I thought. Cause all I seen was like every time I seen Ellis, he was like a walking bakery commercial.
Yeah.
Like every time you see him tweet, see him, he's smoking it, talking about it. But then it's like they announced Bakery Boys, and it's like you see Drum fucking with people from the city, like and it feels like a new era, like type shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah, he back home showing love for sure.
Yeah, he doing his thing for sure. More than a lot of people have. And yeah, like I was saying, like the weed was out. And the weed company was a weed company for a couple of years now, and then he just started really pushing the music stuff and doing the stuff at home. So like last year, the year before last, he had another Christmas show. It didn't do as well as we did last year, and I helped him out with that one too.
I didn't even know you had one last year.
Yeah, but I helped him out with that one too, but it was different. It was just a different situation. But this time, I helped him out from the beginning. Like, it was like, me and him from the beginning put it together and all that. So this time it went through way crazier.
Yeah, I had Loplex up here like a couple weeks ago. He did lighting for that.
Yeah.
He went crazy, bro. I seen, like, I don't know if y'all seen it. Y'all know D-Lock, the photographer, videographer?
D-Loc, that's my boy.
D-Loc.
Yeah.
Bro, he posted a video of Tia Corinne's performance. That shit looked like, I felt like I was there. Like, it was just the lighting. His camera's crazy. Like,
Loc camera is nuts.
Bro.
D-Loc's one of the greatest, man. That's my boy.
Matter of fact, I met him on the string joint that we were telling you about earlier.
Okay.
He was there with Deddy. Like, they were.
Yeah, him and Deddy used to work together a lot back in the day. D-Loc's my boy. I known him for like damn near 20 years or some shit.
Nah, yeah,
since I was at the skate shop. That's the person I met. You know what I'm saying? From the skate shop.
Oh, he worked there, or he was coming?
Nah, he used to be in there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing like I think he's like filming like the NBA or something.
Yeah, he works for the NFL.
Like, yeah,
he worked for the Redskins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. I ain't even know.
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was saying. That's what I was like when I was like, all right, the photographer is the best.
Yeah,
he's always, I think he'd be traveling to like Europe and shit. He'd be like everywhere.
So he took pictures for the Christmas show.
Yeah.
And the shit was nuts.
Yeah, like so you get out, bro. You said like 2017, 18?
Yeah, 2017.
Were you listening to drum at the time, like, and how does it feel like for you, like, just kind of just that phase and where you are right now being with,
I was locked up for like the whole, like, the wave when he started getting on, like, I was locked up for it, but I'm hearing from it, you know what I'm saying? I had a homie telling me, like, yo, it's this nigga coming from out the way, like, this shit going crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? And, like, because I'm just trying to see, like, what's going on in the music scene. So, like, when I'm here, I'm coming out. I hear Cha-Cha and shit. Then I hear Broccoli on the radio. So I'm like, damn, this shit really going crazy. I was like, this shit really going crazy. But I'm been sitting inside for all of this shit, so I can't really enjoy it. But I'm paying attention just because I know music is what I want to do when I get home. So I gotta, you know what I mean?
Also, were you doing music before you went in?
Yeah, that shit was regular. I was doing music, but that shit was nothing. No, I wouldn't say it sucked. It's just not on the level that we done been able to finesse it to now. You know what I'm saying? It was just some regular shit. But so like, you know what I mean, coming home and just like, you know what I'm saying, it's always good getting love from your peers, you feel me? So like, I just been like able to just, you know what I'm saying, do my thing and just everybody fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that shit definitely was dope, him reaching out and, you know what I mean, we got in the studio in Atlanta. I remember like my homeboy, it was wild how it happened. Like my homeboy just was on his live and was just like, yo, when you gonna do a song with FISHSKALE? And Randy was in the studio with him, so he's just like, yo, goddamn, ain't FISHSKALE your mans and shit. He was like, yeah, I got that nigga number. He's like, yo, he actually out here right now. So Randana called me, like, yo,
In Atlanta.
Yeah, in Atlanta. So he was like, yo, Randana called me, like, yo, Drum wants you to pull up to the studio. I pulled up to the studio, and after that, you know what I'm saying, we just been rocking with each other ever since, you know what I'm saying?
Was this last year?
This was, yeah, last year. Probably like summertime, something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know y'all did the Undertaker video. That shit went hard. I think y'all shot it at the Mighty Dream Forum, right?
Yeah,
I also just seen on your page. Did you speak at that?
Yeah, I spoke at that shit.
Yeah, like if you want to touch.
Yeah, that shit was cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my nigga Jay Reed. They had the.
Hey, did they email you? Did you get the free tickets?
No, I ain't got no free tickets, man.
I need my
free tickets.
Free tickets.
For what? Something in the water?
Yeah,
everybody that they say everybody that
nah, but I don't think
to get free tickets.
I don't know if the music.com. Jay Reed said he was gonna get back to me on that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jay Reed, holla at me, bro.
That's what they told the fans too, as far as the lineup. So we're gonna get back to y'all on that. Is it? Are they doing it strategically? I'm thinking that now. Is it the first time in history that there's no lineup?
No. They just unorganized and it's just. I know some people inside. Yeah, they just. There's a lot going on. They not finished yet with it. So. That's all. It'll be all right. It's 2 months away still. They got time.
They got plenty of time.
It's just that they sold the tickets, so now everybody want to act antsy, but it's still 2 months away.
I mean, bro, it's for real, bro. That nigga call you gonna pick up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna have a fire show. He's not gonna put on no bullshit show.
And if you're a motherfucker that like concerts anyway, you was going. You know what I mean? So don't even act like that. It ain't shit to do
out here anyway. You gonna go? You know what I'm saying?
I don't care if they don't even tell me. I'm gonna just show up.
But yeah, so you at the Mighty Dream joint?
Oh yeah, the Mighty Dream shit. You know what I'm saying? It was the music.com. The the panel where basically I played a song. It's kind of like Genius. You play a song and you talk about it. You kind of explain where you was at in that space. You know what I'm saying? And then you play the song, you come up there. It was cool as fuck though, you know what I'm saying? It was a cool opportunity. I was happy to be a part of it, you know what I'm saying? And then we shot the video right out there. Like the energy was crazy. You was out there for that, right?
I was out there, I want to say on day 2. I don't think I wasn't there the day I was shooting.
He was out there Thursday when I was out there. I went out there the day
you
I was
seen
out
me out
there.
there, right?
Yeah, you were. That's why I was saying. I know I seen you out there. Yeah, so you was out there Thursday. Yeah, we shot Wednesday, I think.
Was that the first day?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday I was out there.
It was dope because
Nah, bro, just being
everybody was there.
on that corner. Everybody just chilling on the corner. I'm like, this shit
Everybody.
feel like just a moment in history. Like, I don't know, like.
The shit was lit. I ain't gonna hold you. The young homies was out there, and they was like, bro, what even is this shit?
This shit was dope, man.
No, the whole block was
Because everybody was out there,
up
but
too.
they was just like, I don't know what's going on, but this shit jumping.
Yeah,
Like,
because
that's
you know it's like
basically it.
out here events get deep. Like, you know, it's usually like you'll go to somebody's event, you know. So it's like it's rare that it's not that many people that know everybody. That'll get everybody to pull up.
Yeah.
But you know, Pharrell throws the joint.
But that's the
so
difference,
everybody's
right?
there. It's
That's
like,
what I'm saying when I say it's not no consumers. You'll never see that many people out here for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't even reach that many people. You know what I'm saying? But that Pharrell shit was on buses and fucking TV and billboards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
UPS
nobody's
trucks, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Reaching that many people. He's got 100 million followers and shit. Like everybody was coming. Didn't even know what it was. Everybody was outside. The whole city was down here.
They was giving away wristbands, nigga.
Yeah.
They didn't give me no wristband. Well, I went to. I think when I was there it was like the free one.
Yeah, I finessed it. I was everywhere.
At the Norva?
I was
Oh
in the food.
no, I didn't go to that. I didn't go to that.
yeah.
You talking about K-Tronada joint?
Yeah.
I was in that bitch too. Everything was lit.
Oh yeah. So what song did you play? And how was it like? You know, speaking on stage because you probably used to just rapping on like with music and stuff. How'd that feel?
I played Low Life, man. Rapping on stage, you know what I mean? Talking about the song. That shit was kind of, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just up there like, yo, I don't know. It was just different. I just never did nothing like that. It was literally like a live Genius. So like, I got to talk about the song. But I mean, I just got up there. I said a few words. Everybody kind of already, it was kind of cool because everybody already knew me in there. Most of the people, except for like the execs and shit. But as far as like the people in the crowd, they already knew who I was. So once I told them I was about to play Low Life, like they went crazy and they just, you know what I mean? They hyped the song up like they was rapping this shit. So it just went over smooth, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Was Pharrell in there or like on stage?
Nah, Pharrell wasn't there, but Fam Lay was.
Bitch. He was probably.
Yeah, he won't. You know, Pharrell was moving like the president that whole time.
Security,
like,
he was just beating in and out of buildings
like,
and shit.
2 Suburbans and shit. Like that shit was gangster. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I know he's the creative director of
Louis.
Yeah,
Louis
that shit's
Vuitton,
gangster.
That shit's tough.
Yeah, it's like, you know, we have that era of our stars like Pharrell, you know, Push, Drum, like, well, Drum even, he's newer too, but, you know, Missy, like,
Yeah.
but it's like, yeah, it's a big gap. It's a big gap between when they were really coming out to what's going on now, and it's, I feel like, way more people now.
Yeah,
And we
Drum's
like,
like
we
the
really,
last one.
like, I be saying this, like, I don't know how many cities can say this, but I really feel like we have enough people to, like restart the whole game. Like, you could put, like, everybody, however many people it takes to have a game, you could, like, replace everybody with VA people. It's like that many people doing, like, different things, different lanes. Like, it's really like a little bit of, like, everything out here. I don't know if anybody, like, else can say that in other cities.
I'm sure they ass can.
I mean, we still got like certain little infrastructure shits, but it's all coming together. Like with this podcast, like I wanted to be up here because it's like shit like this is important. Like we got enough rappers and shit. Like we need niggas like that's doing the other side of shit. Like we need podcasts. Like when your album drop, you gotta go up there and, you know what I'm saying, work the circuit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sorry, but you know what's funny? I always say, like, the first person I really seen do a real promo run in this area is Gifted Hands. When y'all know Gifted Hands?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
When he dropped Why Not Start, bro, he came on this show. He came on he went on like 5 different podcasts. He was on the news, like, or he was like local TV out here. He was doing shows, like, literally did a whole promo run just with our area shit. And that's kind of where it clicked in my head, what you just said. Like, yo, we can really set up a little infrastructure. Maybe we're not reaching the world yet, but even if we reach locally, we can set up a whole little circuit. Like,
Yeah, that shit's super important.
We're working on that. That's where we we're trying to work on that.
So you touched. I don't know if I can't remember now if we said it before the show or before the camera started rolling. But you want to start? You're starting some type of show.
Yeah, we starting to stream. Like you familiar with like No Jumper and shit?
Oh yeah.
And then like what AD and like what T-Rail and them do, like how they do like the streams and then, you know what I'm saying, they turn it into the podcast after the stream, but it's like live shows. We about to do that. We about to start doing that. And me, my boy P from Pit Stop, Diamond, and then like we got special guests and shit. We have a lot of guests.
No Jumper having a whole rap beef right now. Everybody on there dropping freestyles and shit.
Yeah,
verses.
I ain't even seen that shit.
I've been watching them. AD been snapping.
I'm gonna be honest. That Lush really did snap though. To me, so far, still, I heard everybody versus Lush really did go to crazy.
He didn't do better than AD though.
He did. I'm not gonna lie. To me, he did. And to me, when AD was rapping, it felt personal. When AD was doing his shit, it felt personal. I was like, bro might be really mad a little bit.
Don't AD rap for real?
Yeah, AD's a rapper.
He's a rapper. Yeah.
He's big over there. Like he's like big in LA. You know what I'm saying? But being big in LA is big enough to get you. You know what I'm saying?
It's like being big in Houston,
bro.
If he's huge in LA,
same shit, bro. If you were, if either y'all, whatever, y'all were at the same level you are right now in this area in Atlanta or LA, you probably be at least nationwide.
Yeah, like if I was, you know what I'm saying, who I am in fucking New York, I'd be like 40 ounce or ASAP Bari or some shit. You know what I mean? But I'm just Rodney, you know what I'm saying?
We gonna turn this shit up out here though, man. We got it's niggas coming up out of here. You
That's
know
what I've been saying, bro. It's like we gonna make people like I'm telling you, but like I got like I can feel it. Like it's gonna be people moving to Virginia, and it's gonna be people just like, you know how always somebody be like, yeah, my cousin live in New York. I be in New York. Like everybody's gonna have a cousin in Virginia.
This shit, yeah,
out the blue, like you didn't even have a cousin in Virginia.
This
before.
shit happen. You familiar with Al Dons?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the homie. Like he really going right now. You know what I'm saying?
I seen
for
that.
sure. Like this shit going crazy. Like he got a lot of shit coming up. Like this shit going crazy. This shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the homie. Like, and he just one example. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple niggas that's coming up out of here like that's on that like that level before like this shit hit big. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like once like one or two of us get on that's coming back to the crib, because you know most people they'll get on and they not coming back to the crib, they not sharing the resources or sharing the game. Like at least the game. If you can't bring no resources back to the crib, the game the most important part. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even though a lot of the shit on the internet and you could pick it up yourself, it's nothing like somebody showing you like this what happened to me, this how I went about it, this how I got to that next level. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was in Atlanta, like all the time I was in Atlanta, like you see these niggas, you see the stars, so it make it feel tangible. I could see why somebody in Atlanta would feel like, yo, I could be this nigga. Cause you see, you might be at the gas station and a nigga be there. Like I was at a restaurant just chilling. Waka Flocka walk in with like one other person. And he just chilling. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm shopping in Lenox Mall. Pee Wee Longway right there. All his ice and shit. You know what I'm saying? These is niggas like, so it make it feel tangible. Out here, like our stars are like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't really see them for real. You know what I'm saying?
Move like the president, like you said.
Yeah,
we don't
you
see him.
That shit make it kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of that shit be like, you know what I mean? Like if I meet a teacher, I see a teacher every day, I feel like I could be a teacher. If I see a person doing this job every day, it feels tangible. So it's like with the music shit out here, these niggas don't be you know what I'm saying? Not saying they don't be around like that, but they don't be around. You know what I mean? It's like, and I understand it, but it's just like
it does probably multiple things, but to the artists it feels tangible. And then also like we're talking about the consumers, to the consumers it might just put a different thought in their head, like, okay, maybe people out here are stars or are going to become stars. Like maybe might make the consumers like start looking towards the area too more.
The first thing you see in major cities when people start getting popping is somebody throw their arm around them. You know what I'm saying? How many people we done started listening to by a nigga just throwing that arm around them? You know what I'm saying? Like countless people, you know what I'm saying? So out here and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not saying like niggas done threw the arm around me and stuff like that. It's levels to the shit, you know what I'm saying? We could leave it at that, but the infrastructure, I think we getting to a point where we're not gonna need everybody else to help us. Like we pushing it together. As long as everybody stay on the trajectory we on right now, this shit gonna work. Like, and you know what I'm saying? By
everybody else, who do you mean?
The artists. I'm gonna tell you the artists I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the whole Up West SXX niggas. I like, you know what I mean? So Vogue, Icy, Kyrie, 3600, and 448 roster. I fuck with Al Doms, of course. That's the homie. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Young Flexico, that's my nigga from Richmond. He
Young
hard.
Flex, shout out
You know what I'm
Flex.
saying? That's my nigga. Shout out Flex. Who else?
Ass nigga though.
Who else I'm listening to? You know what I'm saying? Of course, the Bakery Boys. You know what I'm saying? Randana, Ellis Quinn, Trip. You know what I'm saying? Mass. Who else the fuck we be listening to?
Shit,
Y'all fuck with Orlando Jackson?
my nigga crazy.
Yeah, of course I fuck with Crazy. Crazy was the first nigga to give me a cosign. That go without saying though. Crazy like one of the niggas. Like he there already. You know what I'm saying? Like he just ain't got to like the national shit, but he there. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely like a legend out here. You know what I'm saying? Like he done did his shit. You know what I'm saying? So that shit there. Orlando Jackson, I don't really listen to bro like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did back in the day.
Yeah, he got a few Jones like.
I think he been working on shit or something.
Yeah.
He ain't really been dropping. I think
He's kind of gearing up. I feel like for like some new drops.
I fuck with Dog.
I was asking too. Also, when you were saying like we don't need everybody else to help us, are you talking about like other areas or what do you?
Nah,
mean?
like I'm talking about like we not gonna be dependent. You know how everybody just kind of it always go to the conversation about like the people that already made it reaching back. I think we getting to a point where we just gonna lift ourselves up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's gonna have to be. You know what I mean? Like that's what like things like Trap are about, and like this podcast is about. Is just building this shit for ourselves, so we got something out here. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, hell yeah, bro. I love it. Anything you dropping soon? We should talk about.
Yeah, man.
You want to talk about?
Like I said, I got this merch coming out. I'm gonna do a drop at the pop up. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow I made in Norfolk and shit, and then it'll go online Monday. By the time this shit come out, it'll probably already be online and shit. And then I got a tape coming out soon. I don't got an exact date, but we want to push it out by March. You know what I'm saying? No later than like the end of March. You know what I mean?
I think this is your first drop of 2020. It's gonna be your first drop of 2023.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Music.
I guess last year all you
merch.
dropped was the album, right?
Yeah, I dropped
seen the
Best After
singles on
Percy in the beginning of the year. I dropped Best After
January.
Percy January 12th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like this is I didn't really drop any other music last year. But yeah, this year, you know what I'm saying, I got a tape coming out, you know what I'm saying? It's called Everyone Knows, you know what I'm saying? Like the Pharrell song and shit, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire for sure.
Who's on the production on it?
It's a couple people. Free Diesel, you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga, frequent collaborator, you know what I'm saying? Who else I got on that shit? I'm trying to think. It's a couple niggas, man. I can't even really think, you know what I'm saying? I think Michael 7 might be up there. The nigga Gusto up there. Trees from Vips. Trees Turn Me Up.
I've seen that. I think I seen him on
Yeah,
Instagram.
you know what I'm saying? He work at Vip Studio in Norfolk and shit. He got a joint up there.
I thought you were talking about Trees low key for a second.
Nah, not Trees low key.
I fuck with Trees low key, man.
Yeah.
He been snapping out here from. He's another one of those like I feel like I'll put him kind of on crazy level, like him and Crazy kind of right there. Like
Yeah, Trees low key was going crazy when I came
I
home.
don't think so, but I think that
I respect it.
he goddamn. I like so. He just he won't play the hits. And I don't understand people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, right? Do you go to a lot of concerts?
Yeah.
So, like, back in the day, if you done went to, like, a Young Thug concert, you know, he would make, like, 100 songs or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So then you'll come to a concert, and you might like 30 songs that this motherfucker got. And you might come in this concert, and for an hour, he stands up there and sings songs that nobody knows. Because he's got so many songs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's just because like the hits already, he already did his thing with those hits. Now he wants you to like fall in love with these other songs. But I get what you're saying. I'd rather hit hits too. Like
you gotta have some balance.
Yeah.
You know you supposed to do
what they call it,
hits.
the A side, B side.
Yeah,
type
you
shit.
gotta do the
B-side.
fucking hits. The people don't come to a concert to not see the hits.
Yeah.
And I say all that to say that the last time we saw Trees Low Key at a concert, he pissed me off because he would not do the hits.
At the Disc
Somebody
Freak.
out there?
That was the right show.
Yeah,
That was
he
that
actually
show.
did it.
Sure.
I'm not gonna lie, he really like. Well, no, I was fucking with his set, but I don't think I might have heard like one song he did.
That's terrible.
To me, one of my favorite songs he got is Transport. That shit hard to me.
I like
I never heard that one.
Watch and Not At All and like.
Yeah.
I
He
had
got
him
some
in the
hits.
trap
He got
before.
some hits.
I had him
I
in the
guess he was
trap
on his
before.
B-side
And
shit.
even back then, he didn't want to do the hits. I had to turn on the song myself and make him do it.
Yeah.
not make him do it forcefully, but he was up there and he thought something else was coming, and I played.
Nah, this freak was hard too. Like, right,
And
right
he
after,
didn't want to do it. He turned around and looked like mad, but the people was like, oh, and he had to do it. And it went up. And I swear to God, it had to be the best. I know he probably never admitted it. That was the best show his ass ever had. I know it.
He said probably never admit it.
He ain't never gonna admit it.
Like this freak was hard. Yeah, like right after that, I was telling bro, like Tia Corinne, I feel like blew up like right after that. Like 2 weeks after that shit, you just see her
started
everywhere.
taking off.
Yeah.
I think actually, I want to say I met Al Dom's manager at this freak type shit. And
Nah, he wasn't in that.
Nah, that was you talking about Dunman.
Dunman.
That's not his manager. Dunman
Yeah.
and him managed me. That's Dom's right hand man.
Okay.
He do he shoot videos and shit. He one of the people that shot Low Life.
Okay. Yeah, Dunman is like a dude. He's on our team, but Doms, we all work real close together. You know what I'm saying? Doms is another person came from the trap and shit too.
Oh yeah, y'all had Sonny in the video too on some low key shit in the
you
car.
know, Sonny and Drum is real
Sonny and
cool.
Drum.
Oh yeah, I know.
shit,
I'm
you
hip.
know what
I'm
I'm
hip. I don't know if you've seen Sonny and G Donna did a live performance on here like last year.
Who?
G Donna, Gary. He's like I think he's an engineer. He's playing guitar on the joint.
I
White
seen
dude.
that. Matter of fact, I seen the one y'all had with Bobby Blaze. It was Sonny, Gabe, and Bobby Blaze.
Shout out to Bobby Blaze. He came from the
You
trap.
talking about the podcast?
Was it a podcast or was it? It was like a video. Didn't you like premiere a video with like Sonny?
Oh, I
Gabe,
didn't
and
premiere
Bobby?
that. That's their song.
Oh,
so they did it.
alright,
Well, you know what's funny about that? That was they had a Christmas song, Sonny and Gabe, and featuring Bobby Blaze.
Yeah.
But it never came out. So like we actually did it on some random shit for Halloween last year. We did a podcast, me, Bobby, Sonny, and Raisa. So Bobby telling me about the Christmas song like before the podcast. I'm like, I'm gonna bring it up, whatever. But I didn't even know it wasn't out when he was telling me about it. So I just bring it up on some random shit in the podcast. And Sonny ends up, long story short, calling Gabe on the podcast, like asking him, yo, can we drop the Christmas song? They all talk like right there, literally like that's the actual moment they decided to drop the song. Then they do the like, even that matter of fact, that's where they came up with the Muppet idea. Raisa was like talking about we should do some shit with Muppets. And that's literally what ended up fucking happening.
No,
And the song, and it's a hit for us.
I had seen that conversation. That's what I thought you was talking about.
Yeah, but no, they did. Sonny and G Don did a live performance. They did like 2 cover songs. Crazy, literally crazy. It slept on. I think it has like less than 200 views on YouTube, but it's like they really went hard.
Yeah, no, Sonny's super talented.
Yeah, but hey, look, I appreciate you guys. That might be a fire spot to leave, man. I don't know anything else you guys want to touch on. We like an hour in. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm straight.
No, we good, man.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying? We appreciate you bringing us up this motherfucker.
Already, I appreciate you guys for coming through. We appreciate you guys for tuning in, and yeah, we gonna see y'all soon. Peace.